Well, my name is Carolina Giménez. I'm in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I am the EdTech Director for Varkey Foundation. Here I am with Mati, my colleague. Do you want
Hi,
to
my name is
yourself,
Mati Sojo from Varkey Foundation, also from Buenos Aires, Argentina. As I was saying earlier, I was a teacher, a literature teacher for many years, then school principal, and in the last 5 years, I joined the Varkey Foundation, and we're developing programs for teacher training and teacher communities, and that's what we came here today to tell you about. So maybe I can start presenting.
Yes, maybe we can introduce. I am an industrial engineer, but I've been working for EdTech or for education for the last 10, almost 11 years, having a lot of fun with teachers and students trying to change education. Okay, Mati, can you share the screen?
Yes. Hi, Anna. Also, we wanted to tell you to feel free to ask questions, stop us, because we don't want to talk for 30-40 minutes long without feedback or answering doubts or whatever. So feel free to open your mic and ask us anything. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. So with Mati, we work both in Varkey Foundation, which is in the next slide, you can see that it's a non-profit organization with a focus on education. Our mission is that every child deserves a great teacher. And to do this, we work like in two dimensions at the same time. The first one, and maybe it's the one, it's the more famous one, is that we celebrate teachers all around the world. We want to give recognition to the teacher profession, to leverage the status of the profession, and to do that, what we do is we award one teacher per year with what we call the Global Teacher Prize, which is a $1 million prize. And what happened with the prize is that at the following day of the award, a lot of media, radio, television, and start talking about amazing teachers and what they are doing. So, so this is how we celebrate and try to leverage of the teacher status profession. Also, what we want to do is to build the capacity of teachers, and we do this. Mati, if you want to become, sorry, yeah. Because we have, yeah.
Maybe, no, yes, the prize has been called the Nobel of Education, of educators, yeah. Because there was prize for scientists and mathematicians, but teachers weren't getting recognized. So this prize tries to do that, to put teachers in the media for good reasons and showcase their work and the importance in the life of children.
Yeah. Do you want to change the slide?
Yeah. The Global Teacher Prize.
Yes. For the last year, we've been awarding these teachers in alliance with UNESCO. The last winner was a teacher, her name is Keishia. She's a teacher from the States, and now we are seeing, what we are seeing, Mati, here, a video from Ranjit.
Do you know Ranjit? He's from India, and he won 2 years ago. Yes? Have you heard? Great. Where, if anyone can tell us, what do you hear of him, or where? He won he has a program to maybe you can explain more than me if you know him well, a program to keep young girls at school in a context where it was frequent that girls leave school to take care of the family, etc. She developed a program to keep them interested and to study, to finish their education at school.
Yes, that's right. Ranjit is an amazing teacher, and he's absolutely bringing change in a lot in schools of India. Also, we have, I told you before that we work at the same time in 2 dimensions. The second dimension is building the capacity of teachers. And here in the headquarter of Argentina, we are focused on LATAM. And we work in also 5 important aspects. We promote teacher training. We have a lot of training for teachers and principals. We promote a lot of network of experts. We also generate communities of learning. We are going to double click on learning communities in a few slides. And of course, we celebrate teachers, as we said, with our award, but also we have the National Teacher Prize. We have a lot of prizes in different countries. And for the last years, we start like going deeper with producing some research. Wanna go ahead, Mati?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and today we wanted to talk to you of Comunidad Atenea. In Spanish, it's Comunidad. In English, Atenea Community. That is one of is the principal or the main community that we are working on here in LATAM. As you can see, it's a social network for the collaborative learning community of Latin American teachers. It is free and open and accessible through any device. I don't know, Carol, if you want to.
Yeah. The idea is like bring together all the teachers to learn together and how to innovate. But yes, we the idea, if you will go to the next slide, Mati. Here are like some numbers. As Mati was saying, it's a social network for teachers. We started 2 years ago with the pandemic. Well, more than 2 years right now. And the last year we had a great recognition of 100 and the World Bank. We were selected as one of the 10 innovations that had more impact on training teachers for more than 80 countries and 400 projects. Right now we have more than 16,000 members of our community. They are from a lot of countries, but mainly LATAM and
Spanish speaking community.
The Spanish speaking community, that's right. We have 18 online courses, massive online courses. And at the beginning, what we call good practices, we have almost 400 good practices. And what we call good practices is, at the beginning, we thought Comunidad Atenea like a Pinterest of education, where a teacher can share his or her best practice to the community, and one teacher of the community can take it and implement it with his or her students, and also change it and adapt it. So at the beginning, we started as a Pinterest of education, but as we move on, a lot of new things start happening, right, Mati?
Yeah, yes. Once teachers began to get together, new ideas and new ways of meeting and inspiring each other were found. So the community developed from a Pinterest of education to a social network to with many platforms and places to meet, to gather, to think together. So we are going to show you now in a few slides what other or what things happened when these teachers that were in the first months of the pandemic isolated in their homes on teaching via computer or WhatsApp or whatever.
Yeah. Also, MK Goldman is asking if we can elaborate a bit more about the online courses. The online courses are MOOCs, the massive online open courses, and they are we have different subject matters of courses, such as leadership, evaluation, planning, alphabetization, technology and education. We have one that is called Biceps, which is about leadership based on trust also, because Biceps is the B for benevolence. Are these different adjectives or characteristics of the great leaders? And B is for benevolence, I for integration, integrate leader. C for competence, E excellence, P for presence, and S for service. So we have a lot of innovation and leadership subjects.
Emotional education.
Emotional education, we have a lot of them. We can also then share the link. So it is in Spanish, but we can always share the link for you to know, understand. Okay. Yes, Rashad, we provide technology and implement these programs on the ground. What we do is we are a community, and we use different kind of platforms. So one platform is our website. We also use YouTube, we use Zoom, and we use WhatsApp, which is the main direct message or chat platform used in LATAM. So we are a community and a learning community, and to leverage and change this community, we get in touch within different kind of platforms.
Everything no, there are no paid courses or no paid MOOCs. Everything is open and free for anyone to join.
Yes.
Everything that happened on the platform and all the teacher training programs that we're going to talk in a while are free and open.
Yes. Yes, that is our webpage, varkeyfoundation.org. We have comunidadatenea.org, which is the platform we are talking about right now. And can we move ahead with the slides, Mati?
Yes, I'm writing the link in the chat, so anyone can.
Perfect. Everything that we deliver and what we do in Comunidad Atenea, Athena community, it's for free for teachers. Our business model is not it's more B2B or B2 ministries, and it's not a B2C. Okay. And every application or software virtual solution that we use, it's always open and free, because teachers cannot pay for license. Okay. Our main focus is for.
Sorry, Carol. If these courses are created by members of the Varkey team, or can anyone create? There are lots of courses created by members of the Varkey team, but also from other experts in collaboration with us. And the good practices that are those that Carol was talking earlier, they are created especially by teachers from the community. The idea is that everyone in the community has something to offer, has some knowledge. We believe in that each teacher can give tips or good practices that other can offer, and that the wisdom of being in front of the classroom is really valuable. So we promote that everyone in the community has a voice and something to offer to the others.
Yes. So mainly the MOOCs, we create them, we co-create them with specialists and experts of our community, and the best practices are from the community. Okay, what we thought about Comunidad Atenea, it's like a place where teachers can take inspiration from peers and plan their classes. It's a place also where they can share best practices, what we talked before, and it's a place that they can connect with teachers from all Latam. So these aspects are very important for us in order to create community.
Yes, I think it's important to remark that Comunidad Atenea is not a website, but it's a community with lots of places that where things happen, with lots of platforms. One is the website, the good practices is one of them. The teacher training programs we develop almost weekly. There are another one, WhatsApp group. So we move from this Pinterest of education to a group of people and going where the teachers are so that it is easy and accessible to anyone.
Yes, let's go to the other slide. Okay,
I have a question here. Sorry, if I may.
Yes.
One very curious question that I have is I am not sure what the system is in Latin America and in Argentina, but the audience that is being benefited from, I understand, would be from community schools or schools that are run by the government, or is it also being leveraged by private schools that are run in Argentina? If you understand the question.
Yeah, so we invite the teachers, not the school, and mainly we invite by our social networks, not through a ministry or through a principal. So we direct use our social networks, and mainly the growing of the community, it is because of word spread. So the growing's been very organic in that way. But yes, we connect with the teachers, not through an organization. Yes.
Most of the teachers are from public schools, but we have also teachers from private schools. It is open to any type, like Ara was saying, any type of school, because we invite the educator, the teacher, and not because of the place he's working, but because of his expertise, of his vocation as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
If I can dig a little deeper, because this has my curiosity.
Yeah, sure.
So I understand that this is a self-regulated community in terms of how traffic and traction is driven. I'm very curious to understand how, your channels are your social media and your website and other channels that you use for your, let's say, I know not a very, let's say for your marketing or to bring awareness about Varkey Foundation. How do you motivate and what do you offer to these people who are coming and sharing their expertise and services that they remain a loyal member of the community?
Okay, so the question mainly is why they are coming or why they want to be part of our community, right? Okay, that's a good one.
I'm coming from the lens that India, looking at how diverse and vast our country is, very, very curious to know how do you scale this in such a environment.
What can you give us one more minute because what we did is we are giving right now a description of the platform, and then we are sharing which are for us the key ingredients to create community. And this is the answer. This is what for us they are being part of our community, what they are looking or what they want to find when they come to Comunidad Atenea. Okay, so give me just 1 or 2 slides, 1, 2, 3 slides, and we're going to back to that point.
Joshua asks
okay.
us what is the Atenea Lab. He has some curiosity. Well, here you can show. This is maybe we can move faster in this part, so we can answer the question. No?
So
Atenea
really
Experience
quick,
and Atenea Lab
are
courses that are given weekly, open, free. The Atenea Experience is a 1-week journey. The Atenea Lab is longer, but like a lab, it's meant to be a lab of teacher practice. We think that teacher sometimes needs a place to experiment, to collaborate with others, to think about challenges that they are facing. And we give in this lab where there is no fear of making a mistake. And the lab has three protocols: learning by doing, working with others, and more questions than answers. So it's a place where we practice like in a scientific lab, but what we do together is think about challenges and how together we can solve them. No? The challenge can be any type of pedagogical challenge that teachers are facing. Okay.
Yes. Let's move to the other one. Okay, this is part of the answer. That just, can you go back 1 second?
Okay.
Yeah, because this is part of what we're going to do. This is what makes us different, and this is why we think people come and join us in the community. Then we are gonna explain how we can do this, how we are doing this. But the idea is like the community is a warm place based on trust, active listening, and empathy. This human approach is very, very important for us. Also, what makes us different is that we promote the learn by doing and the peer mentoring and creating a collaborative way. It is very important that what is most important in our community is that teachers connect with other teachers. What they want to do, it's okay, they want to learn a new tool, a new application, how to evaluate in a different way, but what they want to really be part of, or what they are looking for, is to be in contact and connect with teachers from other provinces or other countries. Okay, what is important here is like the human aspect of the community, because it is a community, right? And also it's very important for them, and it's a way of recognition that they can get to share their good practice and inspire other teachers. So
and also they discover that teachers from all LATAM, from Mexico to Argentina, Peru, Ecuador, that they face very similar challenges, so that despite the difference in context, they find out that they have lots of challenges in common, and that they can think together and collaborate to work them out.
Okay, so some years ago we made the same question that Branchad said a few minutes before. So how do we generate an active and collaborative community of teachers that triggers innovation and learning within the classroom? So in order to answer this question, we made with another organization a research. We made 63 in-depth interviews of supervisors, principal, teachers, parents, ministers, former ministers, and educational experts. Also, we made 6,000 online surveys from teachers all around LATAM, 2 focus groups of families with parents and students, and 2 shadowing exercise of, it was like 2 persons went with a principal and a teacher the whole day in the school to understand what they do, what they do not do, what they need, what is the kind of work that they are doing, to understand deeper the practice of the teachers and the principals. Okay, so what we found out, what we found out, Mati. We had a lot of insights, but we took 3 that we wanted to work in a deeper way.
I was answering a question in the chat. Yes, teachers, yes, they create a lot of projects together. We're talking about that in a few moments. Well, the 3 main insights we got from this investigation is that educators feel that their role does not enable them to make mistakes. No, that is at least here in Latam a characteristic of teachers, that they think, well, I'm a teacher, I can't be wrong, because if not, I'm doing my job. I'm not doing my job right. So in front of the children, in front of the families, in front of other teachers, they feel afraid to innovate because I'm a teacher, I can't make mistakes. That was one of the insights we got. This one is related. Yes. Teachers usually innovate in small steps and inside the classroom, no?
Yes, exactly. So what we here is very important, because our approach has to be like boost innovation in small steps and not try to like go with a big outbreak innovation. So to understand how they can change, or how can they adapt innovation in their daily basis. Okay, and the other one
is that teachers are motivated when they feel they can achieve impact and significance. I can translate this to every teacher wants that what he teaches has meaning for his students and that has impact on their lives. But sometimes they don't know how to do it, no? And they feel frustrated about their failure to achieve this.
Yeah.
So bearing these insights in mind, we define the following ingredients as essential to promote our collaborative learning community. Some of them we talked before, but here we are, that was yes. What Carol was saying, no?
Yes, what is very important for us is that the participation is voluntary and not mandatory. That means that you won't be you go or you participate of the Comunidad Atenea because you want, because you think that you can find something valuable. Okay, it's not that the principal told you to be part of this, or because you are part of this school you must be part of Comunidad Atenea. It's not like that. It's like the participation is true. It means that they want because they want. Okay, and this willingness of participation is really key for us. And the idea is that when the teachers participate as a person and not as an institution, it is more possible to like break ice barriers for them to connect, because it's easier when it's more casual when you participate as a person and not as the head of or the supervisor of, because the relationship is different, it's warmer, it's more casual, and this is some of the ingredients that triggers the community. So
we have 5 more minutes, so I'm going to
yes,
move the slide fast. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
This, well,
Mati,
collaboration, peer feedback, and metacognition are also 3 ingredients that we believe are in the heart of innovation. We believe that educational innovation is not depending mainly on technological resources or other type of resources, but of the dynamics, the pedagogical dynamics that happen in the classroom. And we think that every teacher has, no matter what context he's teaching, has the opportunity to make the students learn by collaborating, by peer feedback, and by metacognition that research shows that are the 3 pedagogical practice with best impact on learning outcomes. Sorry.
And they are free of cost.
And free of cost. And
okay,
here,
so it is very important for us to create a space which is based on trust, and it is very important also to understand for us, the educators, that mistakes are part of what we do if we want to keep learning and keep innovating. So this is like when we err or mistake, we bring it, we show it, we share it, and we say, okay, we learn from this, and this, and that. So it is very important not to hide mistakes, but to share them and to learn from them. And this makes that the community it's like very human. It's a human place to be. So we don't punish mistakes. It's like all the way around. We learn from them, and we understand it's part of the learning process. And this is how we're going to innovate. We have to deal with mistakes in a good way. Also, other ingredient that is very important is humor. We try not to be like really serious or try to be a one-way chat or a lecture that is like lead off by an expert,
academic.
but we all an academic. We try all the time to do like these casual talks and bring them into the talk. That is very important. And humor, it's a way of make them part of this. Humor is very it's a very important part of what we do. We celebrate teachers, of course, every time that they show us or share with the community something new, something different, something that they achieve. We like applaud them and celebrate what the different things that they are doing. This is very important because this is part of the motivation.
Yes, it's very horizontal. It's like an encounter between colleagues and not an expert teaching the other. No, so that's the general climate we try to achieve. Maybe we can tell these numbers really quick, Carla, so we can move on. These are experience Atenea.
I would like, yes, maybe skip this one and the other one and go with the experiences,
examples,
right?
Of things that happen. Okay. This is what happened when we have 1 minute. Well, maybe you can look at the pictures. Well, the challenge is to tell in 1 minute. After a course where we develop how to make podcasts with children, a teacher in the desert in Mendoza, a place in Argentina, teach her students how to create podcasts, and one of the students did like a rap about what his feelings during the pandemic, and it went viral, and everyone in Argentina heard it.